God, it's hot. Oh my God, I'm so uncomfortable. Oh. Sometimes you have an idea. It seems like a good idea at the time. And then you spend 2 hours putting on makeup, a hot wig, and then you sit in a 1,000-degree room surrounded by a bunch of lights. And then it doesn't seem like such a great idea anymore. Oh, by the way, busted a nail. So this video's off to a great start. All right, so if you know me, welcome back. If you are new here, hi. My name is Trey, also known as SpinningPlumbobs, or today, she's Mother Nature. Is it a repurposed Poison Ivy costume from last year? Yeah. Do I care? No. What was that? Certainly not a wink. I'm gonna try my best to look you in the eye instead of looking at myself in the viewfinder because I feel like it's more respectful, but I mean, can you blame me? Crickets. So what are we doing today? Why am I dressed like Mother Nature, sitting in front of you, uncomfortable, in a wig? That's a great question. We're gonna be going over the expanded Plantsims mod that I just released to my early access patrons on September 17th. It will be released to the public on October 1st. I'm not sure if this video is gonna come out before then or not, so it might just be available to everyone right now, but it will be available for free to everyone after October 1st. So yeah, we're just gonna be going through it today. We're going to show off some of the stuff you can do. Let's do it. Let me just put in my little earpiece. Oh, ow. Just shoved a stiletto nail right into my ear, so that's cute. All right, so first things first, we're gonna go over the basics. Plantsims are no longer a temporary life state. They are permanent now, like any other occult. So no longer are you going to lose that beautiful green skin and luscious foliage. You can still become a Plantsim the same way that you could before by getting those beans, I believe, and the tree stump, putting the beans in the tree stump, I think, and then getting a fruit, and then eating some fruit. I'm honestly a little fuzzy. I never really played with Plantsims before, so I don't really have a lot of knowledge about them. I just made them better. What can I say? But I think it has to do with beans and a tree stump and eating some fruit. So there's that. But this mod introduces a couple new interesting ways to become a Plantsim as well. So you'll have a couple more options if you want to do that, but we'll get to that later. Let's just go over some of the basic things that a Plantsim can do and the stuff that you can do with them. So you may notice that we have a lovely new plumb bob here with some flowers spinning around. We have several options as a Plantsim. So if you click on your sim, you'll see this new pie menu option pop up. So we're going to click that, and there are some new interactions to play with, but we're going to get to those later. We're going to open the appearance menu and open this plumb bob section, and you'll see that we have a variety of options to choose from. So you'll default to the flowers, or you can go with vines, or you can change it to some branches, which is fun. We can change it to mushrooms. So yeah, I went a little crazy with the plumb bobs, but I mean, hey, what more would you expect from me? But aside from the plumb bobs, we have some other customization options, including enabling and disabling the green skin, the body ivy that you see here, or you can set it back to the default Plantsim appearance where they have that ugly hair attached to them.
Honestly, I am a little very guy.
So let's move on to the base abilities that they have. There are a few new ones you can see here. We have a new option to choose a domain, which is kind of like the season that your sim is most attuned to. Each one has its own benefits attached. So depending on which one you select, it's going to have some different things for you to do. You can summon different weather depending on which season is your domain. So that is entirely up to you. And then we also have sunbathe as an option. So then your sim will burrow into the ground and turn into a plant. And depending on what world you're in at the time, will change the selection of plants that you can become. If you're in like a desert world, then you might turn into a succulent. Or if you're in like the alien world, you might turn into an alien sort of plant. So that's fun. We're gonna have her get back out of there. Pull yourself out, girl. Plantsims can also absorb puddles to take care of their water need. You may have noticed that we have a couple options here that refer to Mother Nature. We have Commune with Mother Nature, and then we have Check Mother Nature Approval. Mother Nature is a special character in this mod, and your plant sim will have a relationship with her. How good or bad it is will depend on whether or not they respect her domain, take good care of plants. They can also have a negative relationship with her if they do things like destroying plants or killing them, not taking good care of them, if they're leaving trash everywhere, if they're polluting things, and just generally treat her house like crap. Or if they start to associate with the other mother, you know, that mother. And you should be able to keep track of your relationship with Mother Nature with this little interaction here. Check Mother Nature Approval, and you'll get a little pop-up. Right now, hers is exceptional, which means it's the highest that it can possibly be. So if you have a good relationship with her, you can get like gifts and blessings from her and everything like that. And then if you have a bad relationship with her, she might give you a curse, she might strike you with lightning, or she might even show up and just, raise hell, basically. So you better stay on my good side, or I'm gonna rock your shit. And one of the options...
Oh! Woo!
Chill out, girl. So one of the options that you will have is to commune with Mother Nature. We're gonna have her do that. So she'll just do this like fun little like meditation thing. And this will help build some Mother Nature approval, and it boosts your fun need, and it builds your plant sim form.
Oh.
Love trash, girl.
Love pink.
And on that note, something that you will also gain while you're using your plant sim abilities and tending plants and gaining Mother Nature approval, all that jazz, you're going to gain these things called ability points, and that is going to allow you to unlock perks. So what level your plant sim form is going to dictate what kind of perks you have available, and then whether or not you have ability points is going to dictate if you can get the perks. She only has plant sim form level 1, so she doesn't have many perks available to her, so we're going to cheat that up and give her level 5 so we can really get a good idea of what we can get. And you can see now that we've cheated that up, she has a lot more to choose from. So we're going to go ahead and give her the Florikinesis perk. You'll get this little animation showing up and a notification telling you what the perk can do. And with the Florikinesis perk, you'll be able to select the ground, go to the plant sim menu, Florikinesis, grow natural furniture, and you'll be able to just like raise furniture straight from the ground. So we'll have her do that. We'll have her conjure a chair, and then she'll do her little animation. And there you have it. We have a chair. And these are fully functional. You can sit on this chair. You can also grow things like a bath, a couch, a dining table, end table, stuff like that. If you happen to be infected by the mother plant, you might notice that those objects will look a little bit different. And another thing you'll be able to do with the Florikinesis perk, which is super fun to cause chaos, is you'll be able to go here to select Nature's Embrace. And she'll just walk over and they've got beef. So she's just gonna conjure up this little... Oh, yes. Oh, there she goes. Oh, girl, get it. Yes. Oh my God. So let her sit there and think about her choices. And then if we want to, if we're feeling benevolent, we can release her and she'll just let her go.
Oh,
That's right.
Yipsy.
Yeah, girl. Should have thought about it before you did what you did. Whatever that was. An hour and 16 minutes. Jesus Christ. We still have like 7,000 more things to go through. Nature's Pathway. So you may have noticed this object over here with the swirling portal and the ring of stones down here. It's very like mystical and magical and all of that. And the purpose of this object is that you can place down a harvestable onto the offering circle. And you should be able to click it and plant offering to Mother Nature. Your sim will go over and plant whatever harvestable it is you put in there. And then you can tend to it, you can water it, you can do all of that stuff and let it grow. And eventually when it becomes a full grown plant, you'll be able to offer it to Mother Nature. But if you're impatient and you don't want to wait for it to grow, we can just take that out of here and then we can go over here and take one of our already full grown plants and hop back into live mode. And now since it is a fully grown plant in the offering circle, there should be a new option that pops up, which is to make an offering. And because this is a good quality plant, it is well taken care of and everything, you're gonna get quite a bit of Mother Nature approval. And you'll be able to see here what amount you're gonna get from this offering. So we're going to select that, and she's going to offer it to Mother Nature. I love getting gifts. It's like Christmas.
Ziffio! Let it fly!
So now she's giving a gift to Mother Nature, and in return, because I'm so generous, I'm giving her a little gift. So you'll see this pop-up that comes up, and it says that she has received a crystal in place of the plant that she offered to Mother Nature. So she's gotten this gift as well as the approval. So we're gonna stick that in her inventory. You can also pray to Mother Nature at this object. So she'll get down and she'll do her little prayer hands. This will increase Mother Nature approval as well as increasing your Plantsim form. And then if you manage to get exceptional Mother Nature approval and max that out, as well as grow a perfect plant in the offering circle, you'll be able to click on it and summon Mother Nature. And you will see somebody very familiar coming out of the portal. Mother Nature has arrived. Oh, okay. So I don't quite look like this Mother Nature. I included 2 different versions of each role character in this mod. Oh, even Mother Nature needs to stay fit, girl. There are actually 2 different versions of each role character, Mother Nature and Pan. They will be selected just like randomly because I didn't want them both to just be like Eurocentric looking white people. So there are 2 different versions of each of them. I almost thought that my microphone was off this entire time. That would have made me unalive myself. So good thing that didn't happen. We're good. One other thing you can do with this Nature's Pathway object, if your sim has at least level 4 mischief skill and they have this pan flute, which you can get as one of your gifts from Mother Nature or by exploring another object that we're going to go over a little bit later, you can click on the Nature's Pathway object and you'll have the option to play this Pan's Call song. So we're going to have her do that and just see what happens. Just see who stops by. And here we have my good friend Pan, who is from mythology. He's all about mischief and that good lovin'. So that is one of the other occult types that we have. We have satyrs. So this is just kind of like a fun little side occult that I wanted to incorporate into the mod. I thought it fit really well because they're associated with nymphs and nature and all of that stuff. And I've always wanted to make satyrs, but I don't think they're really that complex to have their own mod dedicated to them. So I thought this was a great way to incorporate them. I thought it made a lot more sense than having them as their own like separate thing. And all ages are able to be satyrs. So the Create-A-Sim items are available for all of them from infant to elder. As of right now, there isn't an in-game way to become a satyr. That's something that I would like to add in the future. I've thought about maybe incorporating some kind of like special song that you can play on the pan flute to be able to turn into a satyr, but I'm not really sure. So let me know what you think, and maybe in the future I can add a way to become a satyr through gameplay. Then another little side occult type that we have is the Spriggan? I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but I call them Spriggans, so that's what I'm going to say. And I'm Mother Nature, so my word goes. There are actually a couple different ways to become a Spriggan or have them join your household. One of the ways is to select a perk. So we're going to open up his perk selection menu here, and we're going to select Spriggan form, and that's going to unlock his ability to turn into like a tree person. We're going to go to his Spriggan menu that you'll see here, and he is going to, oh Jesus, oh. Okay, chill out. You might recognize this model from Skyrim. That's where I plucked it from. And as a Spriggan, you can choose your seasonal look. You can either select one directly, and we're gonna see what spring looks like. So now he has some flowers here and there, so that's spring. Or if you want to, you can choose to enable seasonal appearance changes. So this will automatically change their appearance based on what season it is. We're just gonna leave him in spring, but we're also going to take tree form. We're gonna go over here and transform into a tree. And that will also change based on their seasonal appearance. So because he is taking the spring appearance, he has flowers all up in his tree and all of that. You don't want flowers up in your tree. You need to go to a doctor. So this is going to increase your plant sim form, as well as shifting the eco footprint of the neighborhood to green if you have eco lifestyle, I think is the pack. So that's pretty much Spriggans. They are just basically like tree people who help the environment, which is sick. And the third sort of like extra occult that we have is the Myconid, which you might know if you've played Baldur's Gate or if you've ever played D&D. They are a race in Dungeons and Dragons. They're a race of like mushroom people. So naturally, pun intended, you eat a mushroom. So we're going to have her eat this magic mushroom. So she's going to eat this mushroom and transform into a mushroom person, which I know some people were saying they are terrified of these. I think they're kind of cute. I don't know about you guys, but I think they're cute. I mean, like, look at that little face. Ooh, it's a little bit, oh, okay. Maybe we look from afar. It's getting a little bit trypophobia for me. So myconids are basically like these fungus people that have a hive mind and they can communicate with each other. So if you go to your myconid menu, you'll have this hive mind option and you'll be able to communicate with your fellow myconids from anywhere in the world, and you'll just like be able to chat with them telepathically. You'll also be able to change the color. So we can choose like reddish kind of color, or let's do this one. I think this one's like a glowing sort of look. Yeah, sort of like a really bright one. And fun fact, all of these color names are based on actual mushrooms. Just a little fun fact for you. And with the myconid, you can also go up to other sims, and we're gonna click this one over here, and we're going to choose to create a fungal thrall. So she's going to go up and release these spores, and they're going to transform her into this infected fungus-like being. And once they're infected, they'll have the Strangerville bizarre, creepy, like zombie walk. You don't actually need the Strangerville pack to be able to get this. I converted the animations and everything like that, but you will need it for some of the other stuff in the mod that we'll get to later. So once your myconid has a sim enthralled, they will be able to use their influence to either have them like attack another sim, they can summon them, they can subdue another sim, which is to release these spores and put them into this like meditative state. And then the myconids can also do that themselves if they want to. So we're gonna have her release these subduing spores, and so they'll like encircle the sim and put them into a trance. This mod also introduces some interesting new plants, one of them being this magniflora, which is basically Latin for giant flower. So you can receive the seed for this plant from Mother Nature as one of the gifts that she gives you. And you can plant it just like any other plant in the game. It can only be placed on natural ground, not in one of the planters, but then you can talk to it, you can chat, you can praise Mother Nature. Or criticize if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend. And once your relationship with the flower is high enough, you may be able to ask for pollen if your sim is a human.
Bahira. Oh, Zaffle. Oh.
And then it'll release the pollen and encircle the sim, and then they will transform into a plant sim. So that's one of the new ways that you can become a plant sim with the mod. As well as the Magniflora, we also have the giant beanstalk. If you offer a plant to Mother Nature, you might get a gift in the form of a magic bean, which if you plant will grow into this giant beanstalk. And then once you climb up it, you will start this beanstalk adventure. Depending on what you select, it will take you down different paths, and depending on your skill level, so if you have like good fitness, logic, or whatever, you'll be able to get different rewards and different outcomes. So we're just gonna have her return to the beanstalk and come back down because I want you guys to be able to explore that. And last but not least, we have our final special new plant introduced in this mod, which is the baby Plantsim seed. This is something that I have been asked about quite a bit. So your sim will be able to plant it like any other plant. You'll be able to do a couple fun interactions. You'll be able to talk to it. And the more you talk to it and encourage it to grow, the quicker it will become a fully formed plant sim. You can also actually read to it if you have a children's book in your inventory. But once it reaches full maturity, you'll get this notification telling you that it's ready to bloom, and you'll be able to select it and coax the blossom to open. And this will enable it to open up and become a real plant sim. And there you go. Now it's a little baby plant sim that you have in your household. Now, ideally, I would have liked to have it be the way it was in The Sims 3, where they sprout up from the ground and your sim goes over and like plucks them out like they're a onion. That unfortunately did not work. I tried, but it just was not working out for me. Maybe in the future I'll be able to figure it out and incorporate that, but as of right now, this is the best we can do. Oh, thank God we're almost done. Oh my God, how long have I had lipstick on my chin? Lipstick in my Valentino white bag? And not a single one of you told me that I had lipstick on my chin. How dare you? And now the last thing we're going to do is we are going to show off the bizarre plant sims. If you have a plant sim and they happen to become infected by the mother plant, they will experience an interesting illness. So you can see that she's received this special buff called strange spores. Bitterroot has been infected with some strange botanical affliction. The spores are multiplying and spreading through her system quickly if left untreated. This may begin to change Bitterroot's DNA and turn her into a twisted, corrupt version of a plant sim. So if we let this progress, she will become something real nasty. So we're just gonna let this go, and eventually she becomes this. So their skin is going to change to be blue, and they'll get this like creepy vine stuff going on. Their eyes will turn this like red color, and they'll behave a little bit differently. So instead of absorbing sunlight and getting energy from that, they will burn in the sunlight. They'll much prefer to be out in the moonlight. So this, obviously, you will need the Strangerville pack for, otherwise it just won't work. But you'll still be able to use the mod without it, so it's just like a fun little addition. Bizarre Plant Sims will be able to infect other Sims with their spores and infect them with the mother plant's influence. And now he's infected with the same illness that she had. And that will have to progress in the same way for him to transform into a bizarre plant sim. I also want to point out that if you happen to have a bizarre plant in the Mother Nature offering circle, you might not summon the Mother Nature you were hoping for. So that's a fun thing to try. And that's pretty much everything. I mean, other than that, there are plenty of cheats that you can use. If you have testing cheats enabled and you shift-click your sim, you'll have this extra menu for Plant Sim mod cheats. So you'll be able to do things like trigger Mother Nature to visit, add perk slots, add all of the perks, turn into a Spriggan or into a Satyr or a Myconid, or even turn into Mother Nature herself. I have to say, it is fun being Mother Nature, so I recommend that one. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the gist of everything. As I said, it will be available on October 1st to the public. I'm not sure if this video is going to be out before then or what's going to happen, but it will be available on October 1st to everyone for free. I'd like to thank anybody who has subscribed to my Patreon, subscribed to Early Access, and supported me over there. That is just absolutely invaluable to me. I appreciate it so much. It allows me to keep working on stuff like this and making content for you guys, which I just absolutely love to do. And if you're interested in any of my other content, I've made several other mods for The Sims 4, including Expanded Mermaids, Fairies vs. Witches, Unicorn mod. I've made a lot. So all centered around like fantasy and supernatural and all of that stuff. That's my thing. If you want to keep up with me and what I'm working on, what I'm doing, I'm fairly active over on Twitter at SP_creates. Also SP creates over on Tumblr. I'm not as active over there, but I still pop in there once in a while. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me this evening, for being here with Mother Nature and going over the expanded Plantsims mod. I am surrounded by hot lights, and this wig is hot and sweaty. So I am going to go de-drag. And I will see you guys next time. Maybe dressed up, maybe not, because it was a lot of work. Was it worth it? Let's try that again. No, let's try that again. Why can't I say that right? Why do I keep wanting to do that? Not a good angle. All right, so I'm like super panicked. Let's just go with it. Woo. La 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 la. Can I stop saying and and Zip zap zap. Let's get it together. I'm losing it. Oh my god, I almost ripped my ear out. No. What am I saying? What am I even saying? And you'll see. Oh. All right, you know what, girl? We're fighting. I'm actually losing my mind. Oh my god, my back hurts. Oh! I have synthetic hair stabbing me in my eyeball. Now. Ma. Oh, that's attractive. But nope. What the hell? Toss. Are these sliding back? Mother of God. What is happening with this hair right here? Sweetheart, get it together. What are you doing? This is just going so well. This is not going well. Do I even have any makeup left on my face? Oh, no, that's not cute. Did that help? Probably not. Was it worth it? Yet to be determined. Oh, I forgot that was in there. I don't know if you're ready to see that yet.